Hello students, good morning. So today we are going to study about the bond characteristics or bond parameters. So these four bond parameters we will study. First is bond length, second is bond energy, we also say bond enthalpy, bond angle and bond order. So let me see one by one. First is bond length. So bond length is defined as the equilibrium distance between the centers of the nuclei of the two bonded atoms in a molecule. And there are some characteristics about the bond length. First is it is generally expressed in Armstrong, and 1 Armstrong is equal to 10 raised to minus 10 meter or picometer. So 1 picometer 10 raised to minus 12 meter. Second, bond length decreases with bond multiplicity. That means when the bond order will increase, like single bond, double bond, triple bond, so bond length will decrease. Third is, since an s orbital is smaller than a p orbital, the bond length of a molecular orbital should decrease with increase in percentage of the s character. So like with the different hybridization of the atom sp3, sp2, sp, so we have to find the s character. So s character in sp is higher, means s character in triple bond will be higher, so that has a inverse relation. So with the bond multiplicity, bond order, the bond length will decrease. In case of benzene, the values of bond lengths of different carbons given above do not follow for all compounds. So benzene has a different bond order in carbon. So why such discrepancies there? And all such discrepancies in bond lengths are due to the combination of factors like hybridization, steric effects, electronegativity and resonance. Okay, so after that we have next one is second one is the bond energy or bond enthalpy. So what do you mean by the bond enthalpy or bond energy? The amount of energy required to break one mole of bond so as to get isolated gases atoms is called its bond dissociation energy. So in other words, bond energy or bond enthalpy is defined as the average value of the bond dissociation energies of the same type of the bonds present in the molecule. So in actual, by the second definition is taking with the average value of the bond dissociation energy. So I am taking one example like in methane. So if we are taking the first bond of this, it has energy different as compared to this one and this one. Why? Because after breaking first bond, that will become this part. Okay, so after breaking one bond, the bond dissociation energy of second bond is depend on this structure, and that structure is different than this one. So all carbon and hydrogen bond have a different dissociation energy. So finally we take a average of the bond dissociation energies of the same type of bonds like carbon and hydrogen, but in a molecule or in its ionic form. Next, the factors which affects the bond energy. First is bond length. So if the bond length will be small, the bond energy will be higher. Size of bonded atoms. If the size of the atom will increase, the bond in enthalpy will decrease. That means when we going down the group, like the bond between the two atoms like the fluorine, okay, two atom chlorine, bromine, so what will happen? The size is increasing, and due to size increasing, its bond length will increase and obviously the required dissociation energy will be low. So bond enthalpy decreases down the group, okay, due to the increasing size of the atom, and due to that the bond length will increase. Third factor is electronegativity. Electronegativity difference between the bonded atoms is directly proportional to the bond energy. Fourth is bond multiplicity. If the bond order will increase, like this is the single bond, this one is a double bond, and this one is a triple bond. So what are you looking? If the bond order is increasing, its bond length is decreasing, and if the bond length is decreasing, then its bond energy will be increasing. Okay, so next is uh, number of lone pairs is directly inversely proportional to bond energy. So this is the example when the bond order will increase, or we can say the lone pair in the bonded atoms will increase, then its bond energy will decrease. Why the energy will decrease with the lone pairs present on the atoms, bounded atoms? That is due to repulsion between the lone pairs of electrons on two bonded atom, that decrease the energy, okay, bond dissociation energy. Next is one question is there, why does a bond dissociation energy of chlorine is higher than that of fluorine? So in fluorine, okay, according to the size and bond length is increasing and the size is also increasing down the group. So what should be, chlorine has small bond dissociation energy as compared to fluorine, but in this case question is why the fluorine molecule has low bond dissociation energy as compared to chlorine. So this is the exceptional, okay, it has low value, it has higher value, okay, and next is the value is decreasing. So why is this happening? Actually, although fluorine has smallest size, and so fluorine bond should be the strongest bond, but fluorine molecule has low bond dissociation energy as compared to chlorine molecule. It is due to the greater inter-electronic repulsions between non-bonded electrons and the absence of multiple bonding in F2. So in actually when the fluorine due to small size come near to the fluorine, so its lone pair repulsion will increase, okay, and that decrease the strength between the fluorine and fluorine molecule atoms. So lone pair repulsion, first reason. Second reason is due to lone pair repulsion, and second is in its configuration 2s2 2p5, there is no any vacant d orbital is available in the next orbital, so that's why it cannot extend its covalency, and that do not show its multiple bonding. Next is hybridization. Hybridization concept will come later, but if you know about the hybridization, so hybridization concept you can give also. So bond energy is directly proportional to p character. So in s character, here 25 s character and 75 is a p character. Here is 33.33% character of s, and rest is p character. Here 50-50, and here is p 100%. If the p character will increase, so what will happen, bond energy will also increase, and inversely we can say bond energy is inversely to the s character, okay. So bond energy is directly proportional to the strength and stability of the bond. So if the bond energy is required high, that means this bond is strong and stable bond. Third third parameter is bond angle. So you know in molecule every atoms with the central atom makes the bond, so that bond we take average angle, okay, and the average angle between the two covalent bonds made by the same central atom is known as bond angle. So bond angle is also one of the important parameter, because without bond angle you cannot predict the molecule is covalent, polar or non-polar. Okay, because with the bond angle that makes the exact structure or geometry. The word average is used since the atoms in molecules are in constant motion with respect to each other, and hence they are not expected to have a fixed value of bond angle. And bond angle depends upon the nature of bonds also, like in s orbitals that is symmetrical and overlap equally in all directions. What p orbitals have the presence of the electrons along the axis, okay, and that is mutually perpendicular to each other and overlap on these axes perpendicular. So due to that, in the bond between the nitrogen, oxygen and sulfur, that always show the direction of the angle with 90 degree. So last parameter is bond order. So bond order means the number of bonds between the two atoms in a molecule. For example, this has single bond, bond order 1, double, 2, triple, 3, triple, 3. So that is simple, the multiplicity of the bonds or bond order. So bond order, if the increases, the bond length will decrease and bond energy will increase. Okay. Next is, this is also important concept, CTM. Isoelectronic molecules ions have identical bond order. If he is asking you what is the bond order of F2, so you will say easily single bond order, single bond. What about O2 negative having same bond order? So how, what is the reason? So you have to check in O2 negative how many electrons are there, and compare that number of electrons with the molecules which are neutral molecule, and you know the bond order, like F2 and O2 negative having 18 electrons, it has bond order 1, so it has also bond order 1. So similarly N2 has triple bond, this is isoelectronic, so this is also isoelectronic, so that's why their bond order will also 3. And in the last, bond order is directly to the stability. I am telling here also bond, sorry, yes, this one, bond energy is directly to the strength and stability of the bond. Similarly, bond energy and bond order is directly proportional to the stability of the molecules. And last one, this relation you can see, bond order is inversely to the bond length. So this is all about the parameters which are important to give as a reasons or need to understand. Okay, so hope you will try these parameter. Okay, thanks, have a nice day. So revise that content, and next topic will come, and that is most important, because before that topic we have to start, these parameters should be clear. Thanks, have a nice day.